You know, it's okay to be honest. But I'm going to say something that may piss you guys off, but it's okay. I know there's not a lot of Niner fans who are going to do this. But I'm going to have the balls to do it because I am doing what's best for the team as a passionate fan, and I'll be critical about it. And I'll give you the realistic about this issue. And I hope you guys don't take it the wrong way. But I'm going to say this right now. Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. He masters the system better than any other quarterback we've had in the Shanahan era. I mean, outside of Matt Ryan, which he had success in Atlanta, I don't think there's no other quarterback that's mastered that system better than Brock Purdy. So I'm not discrediting Brock Purdy's success because whatever we've done with him on this offense, he's very efficient. He's done a really good job. But let's not give this guy a pass. Can he improve from this area? Absolutely. He can definitely improve that area. It's just the growing pains. You expect that most for most rookie quarterbacks. They're not just going to come right off the gate and be as successful like most other quarterbacks, bro. It just doesn't happen that way. What we saw from Brock Purdy last year was unexpected. Like, he exceeded the expectation. Who would expect the last pick in the draft to be this guy? Now that you're seeing the 2 losses from this game, now you're starting to see what Brock Purdy is. A normal quarterback. But I guess you can make an argument. He didn't have a starting right tackle. He didn't have Deebo Samuel out there. But he had Brandon Ayuk out there. He had guys like Jennings who aren't scrubs. I mean, there is other ways for Brock Purdy to be successful. But on Monday Night Football, Brock Purdy had every opportunity to prove himself. If he would have made the pass and made it into the play to where we can move down the field and score a game-winning touchdown, this would have been a different argument with Brock Purdy. But here's the problem. The last 2 drives from Brock Purdy, 2 interceptions. You kind of figure, is it just the growing pains? Or is this who we're going to get going forward? Because if that's the guy we're going to get going forward with this kind of big stage game, I don't know what to say. Prove me wrong otherwise. But I know a lot of our fans were fucking calling out Shannon Sharp for what he was saying. But I don't think he kind of meant it in a way. But I was defending Brock Purdy at the moment. But let's face reality. Is Brock Purdy the product of a Kyle Shanahan offense? It's a good argument. It's an argument. It's an argument we have to consider. Like, let's be honest. I know it's probably going to be like one of those dumb things. Like, what happens if he plays in a different offense? We don't know what Brock Purdy can be in this offense, but we know he's very good on our offense. We know Brock Purdy is a damn good quarterback on this offense. Whatever Shanahan does with the quarterbacks we've had in the previous years, they are nothing without Shanahan. So it's okay to accept that part. But what I don't like is you guys keep defending this guy. When he has a great game, I give him his credit. I give him his dues. But when he doesn't play good, I got to be critical on this guy. I got to criticize him because what I saw from his game, I don't have a problem with the way he throws the ball. He puts the ball where it needs to go. But the last 2 drives, they are costly games. 2 interceptions. The first one, that could have ended the game right there if Vikings would have ran the clock. But no, we were lucky to get the ball again. The second time around, he throws away the game. That's the problem I have. Other than that, he didn't play too bad. Like, as far as, like, the way he played. If you were to take away the 2 interceptions, he played pretty solid. But I'm just saying, let's not just ignore this issue, man. It's okay to be critical about him. See, other fans are not going to say much because they are afraid to speak up their mind. I'm not saying Brock Purdy is the problem. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's okay to accept the fact he's a product of the offense. until he proves me otherwise, until he proves that he can do more than what we can do, bro. Like, I know not all quarterbacks are going to be successful with lesser talent, bro, but this is what separates really good quarterbacks. And what we saw from Brock Purdy, it's kind of like, is this going to be the Brock Purdy we're going to get at those moments? Or is this the Brock Purdy that's only going to get better? I'm hoping we get the Brock Purdy that's only going to get better. Because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it more like, he's still a young quarterback. He's still kind of going through the growing pains. He's played at least close to 15 games. And that kind of gives you an idea of what Brock Purdy can be, So we saw a lot of the good than the bad from Brock Purdy. But can Brock Purdy get better? It's not even a question. I don't think that's the question at all. I think it's the question that we need to set this kid to a high standard. We gotta give him a little bit of criticism. And it doesn't make us less of a fan at the end of the day. I just think when you guys defend him, it's like, okay, that's our quarterback. I get that part. But when is it okay to let him slide? Like, you guys have no problem criticizing our defensive coordinator, which I agree 100% of what he was doing. The blitzes were stupid and all that crap. It was dumb. But you had every right to criticize him. Hey, some of them criticized Jake Moody. You had every right to fucking criticize his kick. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do that because you are a fan. You see the game. But what I don't understand is, why do we have to give him a pass? You guys had no problem with Kyle Shanahan's play calling. You guys had no issue with that, with Brock Purdy being at quarterback, bro. That's the problem I have. And it needs to be said, man. And hopefully Brock Purdy bounces back against the Bengals, and maybe we see something different from Brock Purdy, but we are seeing the growing pains at the moment, so prove me wrong otherwise. But I'm just keeping it real with y'all, and it is what it is. That's all I gotta say.